Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're OD, if you're a newbie, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. Okay guys, so I know you guys saw the title. Today I will be demonstrating the Gershion Polygel. This is actually the first time that I've used it on a client, so I'm really excited. And as you can see, my client does have a set on and it is acrylic. So I know you're wondering, how is she about to do this? We're just doing a fill just because she's not ready to soak off her set. This set's probably been on for about 4 months now, and I did do this in real time so you guys can see the speed that I use when I'm removing the gel polish. And she also has some lifting here, so I will go through and remove that as well. And just a disclaimer, you guys, my voice is so hoarse. I don't know what I did, but you're gonna hear my voice cracking and going in and out the whole video, so I apologize in advance. Don't burn me up too hard in the comments, okay? Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and remove all of the lifted areas from the nail. And this is how I do it. I know a lot of people have different techniques or their own techniques, but I know you guys noticed before I was using a coarse safety bit. Now I'm using a fine bit, and it's not a safety bit, but I use this fine bit just to kind of cut the acrylic that is lifted. So when I mean cut, I mean I take the tip of the drill bit and I kind of dig it into the acrylic that's lifted. No, this does not hurt your client. They do not feel it. Now, I have not been doing nails for super long, but I'm pretty comfortable with the drill. It'll be a year for me doing nails in July. I'm really comfortable with the bit. If you're not comfortable, I do not recommend using this technique because you can cut your client and it can get, you know, serious. We don't want that. We don't need nobody losing no fingers, okay? So if you're not comfortable with that, there are definitely other ways to do this. I've seen people use nippers. I've seen people even use a hand file. So if you're not comfortable with it, I don't recommend it. But that's the reason why I switched to a fine drill bit. It is not a safety bit. But yeah, so I'm going to continue to remove all of the polish, and I'm also going to thin out the nail pretty thin so we can kind of have like a fresh base without bulking the nail up, especially because she's coming back to get them soaked off the next time she gets her nails done. Okay guys, so as you can see, I switched back to my coarse bit, and real quick I just wanted to let you guys know why I use a coarse bit to remove the polish, but I use a fine drill bit to remove the lifting. Well, the teeth on the coarse drill bit, of course, are coarser and thicker, whereas on the fine drill bit they are smaller and thinner, and that just is reassurance for me to ensure that their nails, that the drill does not touch their natural nail at all. Any coarse, fine drill bit, you do not want to touch the natural nail. It can damage the nail severely. Not only can it do that, it also can cut your client. But I went back to the coarse drill bit because after I finish, I also go and kind of shape the nails. It just helps me save time a little bit. So after removing the polish and thinning out the acrylic, I'm now going to go in and shape it. Now, this is a step that I do depending on the nail, because this does take up more time, but it definitely depends on the client, you guys. The file that I'm using is an 80-100 grit file. I love these files. I got these off of Skyline Beauty. I'll leave the link down in the description box. I love the thick, square nail files. They are just everything to me. But we did have a repair It was one of those things where I could have probably just, worked around it. But because the nail had lifted so much, I just thought it would be better to remove it and start fresh. Now we're going to go in with a buffer. This is not a step that you have to do. You can definitely skip over this step. I just like to incorporate the buffer before I apply the gel or acrylic, whatever you prefer. Doing this just allows the artificial nail to be flush with the natural nail. Moving on to dehydrator. The dehydrator that I'm using today is the Mia Secrets dehydrator and primer. I use this all the time. Between this dehydrator and the OPI Bond-Aid, those are my go-tos. And I did file and, prep the natural nail off camera. Okay, so now that the natural nail is prepped, ready to go, we can jump right into it. And today we're going to be using, as you've seen in the title, the Gershion, I hope I'm pronouncing that properly, Polygel. And this is what the packaging looks like. And all you need out of the kit is the brush, whatever color you're going to use, whatever color polygel you're going to use. I chose natural pink, and the base coat. So after you decide what polygel color you're going to go with, you're going to go ahead and apply the base coat to the entire nail. So after applying the base to all the fingers on this hand, I went ahead and cured the hand. Now, this is about to sound a little crazy, but I was a little confused because someone not using, I don't use a lot of gel products or anything like that. Someone like me buying this kit trying to, start, I would think that you would let them know if you should cure the base or not cure the base, especially if we don't know anything about it. That's just a personal opinion, but the manual or the directions didn't have whether or not you should cure the base in it. So it made sense for me to cure it, and the set turned out fine, which you guys will see in a minute. So yeah. And now I'm applying the base to the other hand, and after I finish that, I'm going to cure this hand as well. Okay, so while we let that hand dry, on to the good stuff. You guys, I had so much fun using this polygel, like, seriously. So, I told you guys that I was using the natural pink color, and I didn't see in the directions where it said to, how much to use. So, I just kind of eyeballed it, and it was pretty easy, actually. I can't really explain how I eyeballed it, but I started small and then just added more. And you guys are going to see in a minute where I kind of messed up with adding more. But I'll talk about that when we get to it. But yeah, so now all you want to do is just kind of move it around. It looks like I'm going a little rough, but I think it's because it's kind of... Oh, actually, no. It's not sped up. This is the regular speed. So I'm just going rough. So, but you don't have to do it that hard. It's really soft. Like, it's really smooth. So you don't have to, really manipulate it too much. But here I'm still getting used to it. And this is where I was talking about. I went and added more product after doing the other nails. I looked at this nail and was like, I should add some more. But you see how it kind of moved the polygel out of the way completely, oh my God, y'all, it was so hard to get it back. Because now this is sped up. So it was so hard to get it back in its place. So that was like a mental note. So I would recommend you just cure it for a few seconds, pull it out, and then apply the polygel and apply more wherever you needed it so it won't move, because that was like a pain in the butt. But yeah, other than that, this is a great kit. No, this video is not sponsored, of course, clearly. But it's a great kit to start off with, though. Like, definitely. So yeah, after that, I'm now going to do a fill-in, a normal fill-in, because that was a repair. So we did the whole nail, the last nail. This one's just a fill. I'm going to fill in all the nails, cure them, and I will get back to you guys once I'm done. Okay, now that we finished applying the product, we're going to go ahead and pop those nails in there for 90 seconds. That's what it says you should cure it for. I went ahead and cured it for 180 seconds per hand, and it worked out. Rather be safe than sorry. Y'all know my motto. Now I'm going to use a fine sanding band to do the filing. I felt like it would affect the integrity of the nail if I used a coarser bit. So stick with the safe side, and it worked really well. And after I used a sanding band, I went in to reshape the nails, just because sometimes you lose your shape when you're applying product. So I used a 80-100 hand file to reshape the nails, and everything came out seamless to me. Like, I really like the results. So I want to finish filing each hand, and I'll get back to you guys once I'm finished. Okay, after I finish filing, I'm going to jump right in with a fine buffer. I buffed each nail, of course. And this just helps so that when you apply your top coat, base coat, whatever you want to apply over the nail, it's just smooth and seamless. I did not use a top coat or color for this. I just really wanted to come and show you guys how the product actually worked, and you guys could see me manipulating the product. And all in all, from a scale of 1 to 10, I think this product gives a good, like, 8. Seriously, I would definitely repurchase this product. I think it worked really well, especially if you're a beginner. And yeah, so if you guys would like to see the designs and everything for this set, you guys have to stay tuned for my next video, because it'll be coming really soon. So all in all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to comment down below any suggestions, any questions that you have. I will truly try to get back to you guys. And until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye, guys.